Hi, we are taking a look as per your request. We're going to look in the Witch's Tarot. We're going to look first at what's going on with your ex. We're going to look at some other things for you that might be helpful. We're going to start here. Okay, so what I'm getting instantly here is there's anxiety. This is a nightmare, and then this instantly giving me, bring me higher love. The High Priestess here, this is access. This is about going to higher spiritual planes, higher, deeper truth spiritually. That's what this is about. The Two of Wands, this is somebody that was really wanting to look beyond, look further out. So he might be looking for something that's a spiritual lesson that he doesn't even know he's looking for. It might just feel like stress. If this is pertaining to him, he's stressed out. He doesn't know what's bugging him. The epiphany has not come yet, and he's still looking out, looking beyond, looking further than what the relationship that he's in. He's looking for something that's a little bit more institution, more structure, more masculine in the energy. Now we're going to see a little bit more what's going on, because this is definitely at the crossroads, and it's not even feeling like he's at the crossroads so much as he's made some decisions beyond where he was. Okay. What we're seeing is love overflowing, but in reverse. So this is high drama love. This is high intensity. For you, it's visually in reverse, but when it's upright, it's about overflowing love, emotions, good stuff, sweetness usually. When it's overflowing, if you think of that in a reverse and pouring out, it's all of that in excess and a carelessness with that. The Magician, when it's upright, is very much about making the magic happen, using all of the elements. When it's in reverse, it's about manipulations. It's about somebody that's pulling a trick, pulling some sketchy illusions, doing something and not being forward about it. There's trickery involved. The Magician in reverse is worse than the Magician upright, because upright, he's going to do the trick. In reverse, he's manipulating and it's not a known thing. Then in reverse here, we're seeing the Knight of Wands, Death, and Karma. So Karma is the upright one here. This is 20. This is judgment. This is second chances, hope, and healing. This to me speaks that there's a second chance, but it's a parting of the ways. It's not a second chance of togetherness here. That's not what I'm seeing. I don't see him returning. I don't see that you guys have those lessons together. He's on a very different path. The Knight of Wands is taking action, and this has to do more with like leaving and wanting beyond what's here. Here he is. He's taking action. He's moving forward. He might be chaotic about it and even careless about it right now. And I'm not just talking reckless in a careless and cautious sense. I'm talking careless as in without giving any damns whatsoever. He's, I think, in a very selfish headspace. So we've got the Death card in reverse. This is a definite end, something coming to an end. It's not actual death, but it is you have to have this ending. It's like an unavoidable ending that transforms, and he will be transforming in this too. He's changing and growing too. So all of this in the realm of him, this is karmic for him. This is for him. This is for his higher learning, higher spirit learning, something external to what he's learned so far. And the Lovers in reverse. This is choices, and it's choices whether he's following like a romantic erotic love, or whether he's following the passion of his heart. It used to be that this was called just the lover, and it just showed this guy, the person, ready to pursue like his life's calling, his work, his ambition, or ready to pursue the romance of his heart. It's also frequently nowadays portrayed as one man choosing between two women, So it's a person choosing between two others. So this is about a choice and a commitment that's been turned on its head. So the choice that he had in the relationship with you, he's not choosing that anymore at all. So I think what he's up to is learning hard karmic lessons. I think that's what he's up to. Hang on. I'm looking in your email and seeing. Hang on. I'm trying to find your exact wording in that last one that you sent. And I'm going to it now. Okay. Okay. This would indicate to me that he is not coming back. You're asking in here, how do you protect yourself in case he comes back? And you're telling me that you're hurt by his leaving, that you've known about this for a while. This makes sense to me in this kind of way in his relationship as it relates to you. The things that are specific to him, this transformation of the careless, passion-driven knight has to happen for him. This is a karmic big lesson for him. This is a spiritual lesson. This could be something that was in a contract long before either of you were born. This manipulation and this lovers on its head, that says that to me, even though it's very painful to you, he probably isn't coming back to you. In fact, if he did, I would have as little to do with him as possible. This isn't one where I see restoration to the relationship at all. So we're going to look a little bit more about what's going on with you and what can be helpful in covering your ass. So we're going to look a little bit in here and run it through here regarding you in the midst between him, and then we're going to look more for you. Okay. How this reads is there's an offering, there's a surprise. This is a surprise by the false knight. This is not the surprise of the page, but this is the false knighting knight. This is words, poems, Romeo stuff, promises, but doesn't keep it, false knight. So this is what's going on here. You have that romantic capacity, but here between here, it's coming up very false. The leaving is also here. There's yearning for something different. He's yearning to explore and have bigger world, and there's yearning for something deeper and emotionally deeper that's actually in your energy, in what you're knowing about him. Justice is here on its head. It doesn't feel like it's leveled out yet. It feels very unfair. The scales will level out, but this is karmic. When there's karmic judgment and karmic justice, there's a difference. Justice is fair. Judgment is what happens after justice. After you're evaluating these things and it comes to a balance, then judgment happens, and then you get the chance to pretty much pay the karmic debt. So justice is here. You're feeling like this is unfair. He's about to pay a debt that makes him rise to a higher version of himself, and it might not be an easy lesson. It doesn't say that he's in that higher self now. It says karma's going to come kicking in his door. Here you have the Queen of Wands going on. This is sparkly. This is somebody that likes admiration, that's very open, receptive, creates a glow around her. And then the Star, this is second chance, is hope and healing. And in this one, the second chance about the leaving is the leaving for both of you. It's almost like you guys have been cut free of each other, perhaps in a relationship that either of you was afraid to leave, and he finally took action on it. But this is a second chance for you to come into your own sparkly, shiny self, to come into your own value and awareness of who you are as queen, not as pauper. You're not some poor little beggar child. Then you have justice. Justice is coming in. This is a strong lesson. This balancing of the scales, this is transformative to you as well when you look at it from here. You have this leaving, this wanting to leave. This is definitely how it's playing out, is how it's meant to be playing out. It's not supposed to be a reunited and it feels so good type of thing. No, no, no. The same pattern would happen again, and you would waste more time, more energy, and just the hurt would continue. So let's see what else is going on for you. So we're going to get clear of his energy now and clear of the relationship as it was. We're going to look in here, and we're going to look for you as far as covering your ass, what you need to do, what you can do, because justice is coming. Karma is calling. Let's see what's going on. First, let's get just a little temperature check, so to speak, on you overall, currently. Okay. This is about your energetic currency. Ooh, okay, okay. All right. So any way you read this, whether I read it front to back, it's going to tell you much of the same things. The Ace of Cups upside down again, this overflow of love. You have love to give, but you've had somebody kind of rip you off. Ten of Wands, it's a burden. It's a burden to know this is a burden to carry it, a burden to invest so much passion into something for it to be carelessly tossed aside. Judgment is here for you as well. This is big karmic lessons. This is you taking this opportunity, this second chance like the star, to rise and be in your higher self. This is a necessary thing for you to be on a path other than his. The Lovers is here in upright for you. As time passes, there will be more emotional contentment for you, more happiness, more domestic happiness, that kind of thing. And the Lovers come again, and it's not him. Remember, we put his all aside. This is yours. You would be somebody that would do well in a relationship. This is the karmic lesson. This is the majors right here. A new start has to happen. The Ten of Wands, it still feels pretty heavy. Judgment here, this is you dancing to your own tune, you being authentic and true to yourself, very true to your higher self. This is all about your higher calling, inspiration, intuition, your inner knowing, and having that gentle strength. You can't push something through, you know you have to gentle into this next stage for yourself. And then the Lovers is here. This is very, very interesting. I'm surprised to see these two again when we saw them just before. Totally different decks. So let's see what's going on. So this is your current energetic state. It's all like the atmosphere around you. So when it comes to covering your ass, what do you need to know? It's not a gracious way to say it, but it's important to know. How do you protect yourself? One is knowing what you're seeing. Look. This up here was upside down. This is upright. You can recognize love for what it is. You know what it is when it's flowing right and it's flowing true. And this flew out on its own upright. You know what love is when it's in the upright. You need to allow the loss to be there and then let go and open up again. This will be a time of opening up again, but not to him. You understand what love is supposed to be like. You understand relationships. Okay. This is saying time for renewal, retreat, restoration. Be aware of what you still have at hand. There's three here, and some people will read the Three of Swords as, oh, these three could, you know, fall on this person and it would be harmful. No, the one that's at hand is important. This is portraying originally a person lying on their own casket inside a cathedral where he's come home from the Crusades and the wars, and the soldier actually made it home, and he's so glad he made it home when many of his compadres didn't. So these three are up here just as in remembrance here. This is almost saying 3 strikes you're out in a certain way. And you have this at hand. In the Wizard's Tarot, it shows this, and this kind of shows this girl laying down kind of more princessy like, and this guy comes in approaching you. You don't know if his intent is malicious, if it's like the kiss to wake sleeping beauty, or if he's some mad marauding rapist, but the sword is at hand for that person as well. This sword, this justice, this truth is a known thing. You understand about what this should have been, what it should have looked like. You understand. And it doesn't mean that you can make it that. You can't fashion and strengthen it that. You just know there was a deficit too, and that it felt heavy. And so there's wisdom in knowing that. You won't be fooled again. The Star is here. This also talks about taking that time, taking that pause, really, really allowing healing. This is about healing. I want to shuffle these once more. Wow. Okay. So you have the Nine of Cups coming here. This is very like the 10. I don't know if you can still see this here, but one before the 10, this is like wishes fulfilled. This is the baker or the brewer, and they've made their brew. It's taken some time, but they have an offering and they have friends around them, and they're happy to have that host enjoy, and you have so much to offer emotionally. Queen of Pentacles. Now you saw the Queen of Wands before. She's very, very sparkly, magnetic. All of that makes the room crackle. Queen of Pentacles never for a minute doubts her worth. She sometimes is frugal, but you could give her a tumbleweed and she could make it more glorious than a Christmas tree. She knows how to do that kind of magic. She knows about opulence and money. She knows her value. This is about self-worth, valuing yourself. You are your own best asset. The Lovers is coming in upside down. Now this came in here. If you rush this in time, if you rush into this with Knight of Cups, it's upside down again. If he wants to come back, even if he, like in earlier times, somebody might make you a mixtape or a CD of all your favorite love songs to try and woo you, try and win you over, try and take some action, right? Well, this Knight of Cups is that false knight. And if he comes in again and is offering romance, it's going to be on its head. It's going to be upside down. You're ready for the real deal. He's still playing at Knight of Cups. This is what you had in the other deck, that other knight, that false knight. He's still on his head, and he's still under your skin somehow. It's still bugging, and it's going to be probably for a while. But let's look a little bit further. We'll see if we can get any more information. Okay. We're looking at Marchetti again. This is a Marchetti deck, and it's called the Gilded. It's one of my favorites. Super beautiful. Same artist in this deck. And we're going to leave those cards out. Now, I don't have doubles on this deck, but I want to get to the heart of it. And this one has the palaces where there's environments and variables. Whoa, 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 whoa. It's that one right there, right there, right there. There's variables around in here. Okay, 8 of Wands. There's a lot coming at you, a lot of information. You have this 10 of Wands. It's going down, it's reducing, it's less burden, but it's information. This is also not that you're under attack, but you could be launching these wands of passion, inspiration, new knowledge with purity here. The doves are underneath. They're saying, this is good intention, good inspiration, follow this lead. Launch some things out in the world for yourself instead of being burdened down by them. What the heck is this one? Temperance. Okay, sorry, I shouldn't laugh, but I'm delighted to see this actually. Temperance. This is major, major lesson that you're learning. Overall, it could be summed up with just this. But you're balancing the fire and the passion and the relationship and the earthly stuff with all the cosmic, watery, intuitive stuff. You've seen this throughout, just wands and fire, and then cups and water, cups and water, cups and water. It's throughout the whole thing. The best thing you can do, I think, as far as covering your ass, is allow justice to happen. Don't get strung up in your head on this. Don't be overburdened by this. Don't be too troubled. Start taking your own energy back so you have inspirational things that you can launch back into the world again. The cup is coming upright again. The rest in the period of time for healing is there. You still have truth and you still have the ability to cover your ass, protect yourself. You're getting a very big karmic lesson. And this ebb and flow, this infinity ebb and flow, if you think of that 8 symbol that you see, it's frequently above her head, it's sometimes above here, it sometimes is even above the Lovers in different cards. But it's all about finding the formula that's right for you. And that's going to bring you the best happiness. It's going to bring you the most happiness. You're going to have learned your value and your worth. This is a really, really big lesson for you. It's about balance, largely about balance, and about, in some ways investing. You have the Pentacle. Where are you going to be putting this big investment of your heart? Because it's up to you. And if you rush into things and invest too early in relationships, or wait too long hoping someone will change or thinking they'll change and giving them the benefit of the doubt, when all along a little piece of you is disappearing, a little bit, a little bit, a little bit. No, this lesson is learned. You don't need to play it this way ever again. You don't have to play it this way ever again. You're wiser now. Justice is here. Yeah, this is your lesson. This is the justice. This is coming in strong for you, and it's going to feel like a son of a bitch for a while. And I don't like telling you that, but I can't tell you it's going to be, you know, rainbows and lollipops when it's going to be painful. Lessons that are justice lessons, that are big lessons and karmic lessons, especially when there's justice and judgment and it feels like you can't see why this is happening, why it's so unfair. There had to have been a karmic contract for him in this reverse false knight mode, for him in this lover mode where you have this lesson that it might be passion, but it's not sustainable. The Lovers at their highest go beyond the actual act, beyond sex, beyond romantic love. They go to a space where they really can see each other clear-eyed, like the old couple that's been together forever, and you know, he thinks she's just as beautiful as she ever was when she was young. They understand each other to the bone, really, really deep knowing, deep energy. There's strength in that. And that is what is on its way to you, but not with that toxic person. Not with him. He was too greedy. He was like King of Pentacles. You probably offered all the pentacles you could. You offered all of your value, invested every bit of yourself that you could. And he just took it and turned it, and it's not so great. I don't know what to tell you to legally protect your ass. I just know weigh things out very, very carefully, and don't invest too much of your energy thinking that karma is going to create justice in a way you understand right away. No, you have a lesson of strength here and of temperance. Karma's not going to forget. Justice will be there. Karma doesn't forget the address ever, ever, ever. But sometimes it unfolds in a way that seems like, oh, this feels unfair, or, oh, the timing's off on this. And it just seems like, how do I make sense of this? And usually when we get impatient in that regard, it means something better is coming down the line, and there is appointments that need to be made, set, and kept. And they're divine appointments. They're places where people need to be. There might be people moving here or there, or getting a job, or getting a promotion, that helps to orchestrate things. If you think of things in the terms of a symphony, you have all these notes and there's timing coming in. And when it harmonizes and it's in 8-part harmony and multiple different instruments, there's a lot going on that creates this pure sound, this incredible moment that is just hits the heights. It's like when you hear sometimes an opera singer sing, and she sings and then floats a note and you get chills because it brings you to tears and you don't even understand the language of it. That's what's going on here. This is big stuff for you. These are big lessons. If we were to clear away all of the littles, this is what we would see. We would see a Lovers in reverse has happened. We already knew that. We see Judgment, Justice, Temperance, the Lovers, Strength. We see the Star, very close to the High Priestess. This Queen is the closest to the Empress that we see. New starts here. These aren't majors, but they're big beginnings, and they're big value recognition here. 10 of Pentacles is literally the happy ever after. 10 of Wands is overwhelmed, overburdened. So this is going to be a tricky time to get through, but it is so doable, and it's so worth it on the other side. So hang in there. Much is coming at you. I know this, but hang in there. He isn't the twin flame soulmate that is destined for you for the rest of your life. That's impossible. That makes no sense at all. Even if you share children, even if you share history, even if you grew up in the same damn neighborhood, lived next door, ended up sharing your whole lives together, married each other, and tra-la-la, this isn't the one for your bigger lesson in life. This won't be the love of your life that just left. The love of your life is on its way. It's so on its way, and things are lining up. So that is what I have for you. I hope it helps you. You remember your own worth, hon. You remember it. It's high, it's prized, it's treasured. You know your own value, and you take care of yourself. Take good care. Good luck. Bye-bye.